Welcome back, fight fans, to another episode of GTS Combat. And yo, I'm looking ahead to another highly anticipated fight. This one is headlining UFC 261 on April 24th. You got the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman, defending his welterweight championship once again against Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Let's get into it. So, this one's a rematch, so I don't feel the need to really put much of their stats up and their previous fight records, etc. Because I believe if you're watching this, you'd have already seen how the first fight played out and how it went. So really going to just look into what I believe could be some adjustments either guy could make to have maybe a better performance or a more dominant performance, or what I just believe that each guy is gonna do on the night, what the game plan's gonna be going into this one. So yeah, hopefully we see a bit more action in the rematch. Hopefully there can be some adjustments made. Majority need to be coming from Jorge Masvidal, because I believe Usman will be quite happy and quite content just to do the same again and just grind out a victory and just shut Masvidal up, because the only reason he's really taking this fight, in my opinion, is it's the easiest big money payday for Kamaru Usman. If you look at the other potential contenders in the welterweight division, you got Colby Covington, who granted not a lot of people like, but he brings that controversial aspect to the build up to the fight, and then he also put on a fucking great performance in the fight against Kamaru Usman. I was pretty I was very impressed with Colby Covington against Kamaru Usman. Should we just say that, I wasn't a big fan of him beforehand, but he gained my respect in that fight, that he wasn't just going to look to try clinch and wrestle, and, he created this beef with Usman, and he was there to throw down some ratings to the guy in it. And I think Usman knows that he probably does have the better and the beating of a Colby Covington, but there is also that chance that Colby could turn up on the night and just set pace on Usman potentially and get a victory. So he knows that this is a more clear and easy victory against Jorge Masvidal. And then you got the likes of Leon Edwards, who, I support. He's from my hometown, Birmingham, but unfortunately after a performance like that against Belal Muhammad, where you did have 2 years off and you've come back and you've poked him in the eye within 2 rounds and the fight's been called off, you can't really be calling for a title fight after that. As much as I want to see you get that title shot and I want to see you up against Kamaru Usman once again and hopefully prove that you've made leaps and bounds in your sort of skill level since the first fight, and you've come a long way and you're going to put on a better performance and you believe you're going to beat Kamaru Usman, it's just not enough to get that title shot right now. And then you've got the likes of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who I believe would be a great option because he's never fought the champ, he's a fresh face, and he's his style is something different that we haven't seen Kamaru Usman face. We haven't seen him go up against a striker like someone like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. So I'm pretty annoyed that Jorge Masvidal has got this title shot, because I believe Colby should be the man to get it. Since his loss to Usman, he came back and he defeated Tyron Woodley once again. Not once again, but Woodley's been beaten a few times since then. I meant once again for Woodley, he's taken another defeat. But, he beat Tyron Woodley, who was still ranked pretty high at the time of Colby beating him. And yeah, Jorge's done nothing since his loss. He just sat there campaigning for his rematch, saying like, I had fucking 2 weeks to train, or however long it was. And then that's the only reason Jorge took this fight. I actually rate Jorge Masvidal for the career that he's had and where he's come from, the backyard fights, win in Kimbo Slice's backyard, and to create and forge a career in mixed martial arts out of that, and then, go through all the training, actually make it as far to the UFC, and to be in the UFC for as long as he is. I got a lot of respect for Jorge Masvidal, and the fact that he's game bred, he's down to fight, he's down to scrap, and I believe he was, until he got himself into this position, until he defeated Darren Till and then flying kneed fucking Ben Askren in 5 or 6 seconds, and he managed to get himself into the top 3 of the welterweight division off the back of that. And then he got a title shot off the back of that, something that he's never had at all in his career. He's got the biggest moment. He's at the height, the pinnacle of his career. He got the BMF belt, defeating Nate Diaz. He had the fucking year of his life, and he sees it potentially slipping away from him. He sees Kamaru Usman, someone that he just probably feels is is too strong for him. He can't defeat Kamaru Usman. He's too well-rounded. His wrestling base is too strong. He's too dominant. He has chances and he has moments standing up on the feet. He can strike. He's quick with his hands. He's got power. But Kamaru Usman ain't going to play to that game. So you're not going to get the victory unless somehow you can stop them takedowns and disengage from them clinching and grapple exchanges. That's how he has to do it. But I just don't believe he has the capabilities to stop the pure strength and dominance and the wrestling ability of Kamaru Usman. I just don't think he has it. And I think he knows that. So he's taking his fight because he knows it's probably his last biggest payday. And if he does hit that fucking beautiful, wonderful strike that's sent from the gods that could get him that knockout win, then he's the fucking man again, isn't he? But also then you got to look down the rankings. He sees Colby Chaos Covington, someone that used to be his training partner, someone who ragdolled him around the living room for like fucking 20 minutes. I think he knows that in them training sessions that he can't beat Colby Covington as much as he wants to, as much as that probably gets him mad. He just knows that he doesn't want to take that fight and get embarrassed against Colby. So that's why he's taking this shot, because it's the biggest shot that gives him, you know, a little less of a fall. If he loses to the champ, then you're still sort of in the top 5 at least. You lose to Colby, your next fight's going to be someone a lot further down the rankings. But then you got Leon Edwards, who would be the perfect fucking opponent for someone like Jorge Masvidal. You lost to the champ. Leon wants a shot at the champ. You fucking three-pieced and sodaed him backstage. There's a narrative for a big pay fight, a big paycheck for that fight for both guys. And then the winner, surely, would have a very good argument for getting a title shot, for getting that rematch against Kamaru Usman, because both guys would have lost to him, but both guys are still ranked highly, and they would have thrown down and put it all on the line with the hope and the potential of getting that title shot against Kamaru Usman. But Jorge ain't willing to do that. Jorge's been biding his time, fucking pussyfooting around it, saying, well, I took the fight on this many days, I deserve a rematch. Well, after the performance, do you really? Is it not a better option? Colby Covington, Stephen Thompson, fuck it, even Leon is a better shout. At least it's been, 6 years since he lost to Usman. He's had, 9 fights, 8 that he's won, 1 that he was winning until he poked a dude in the eye. Since that last loss to Kamaru Usman, I believe that's a better narrative. But again, Jorge brings the name, the BMF, and yeah, he brings money. And it's going to be an easy win for Usman, in my opinion. So Jorge Masvidal, he had a few moments in that fight when he was standing and he was throwing his, he was piecing his shots together, he was throwing them combinations, he was getting aggressive, he was trying to put it on Usman. He did have moments, he did look good, and he can, we all know Jorge Masvidal's got brilliant striking, but Usman ain't going to play to that game. Usman ain't going to entertain that game. Usman's going to clinch him, he's going to grapple him, he's going to drag him down, he's even going to push him against the fence, he's going to stamp on his toes again, he's going to do all that pettiness and control the fight, and fair play to him, because that's how you get the job done. That's champion material. Not everyone wants to see it, but sometimes just getting the victory, getting the job done is what it takes and is what you got to do. Why is Usman going to stand and trade and potentially risk getting himself knocked out against someone like Jorge Masvidal when he knows he's got a clear path to victory? The blueprint was written in the first fight. He's going to do it again. That's my prediction. Kamaru Usman for a unanimous decision victory. At best, maybe a 4th, 5th round TKO finish if he really wears on Masvidal and just slows him down and gets him tired. And Masvidal, obviously, during being fatigued, he just can't really defend himself as well anymore, and Usman can just lay down some bombs, maybe in a ground and pound situation, maybe up against the fence, who knows. But all I know is my official prediction is Kamaru Usman to get his hand raised once again on the night. Most likely, I'm saying 70-80% of me believes a unanimous decision victory. Maybe 10-15% believes that he's going to get a TKO finish against Jorge Masvidal. That last 5 or 10% I'll put aside for that punch, that strike sent from the gods, that Jorge Masvidal can stop the takedowns and just put it on Kamaru Usman and knock him out somehow or get a TKO finish. That's my sort of piece that I'm leaving for Jorge Masvidal. He's got a little 5-10% chance in the back of my head saying, oh, you never know, what if he does make the adjustments? What if he just fucking sticks it on him? then you never know. This is the UFC. Anything can happen. But my safe bet, if I was putting money on it, it's gonna be Kamaru Usman. Like I said, unanimous decision victory, or maybe a late TKO, or maybe even a knockout finish. But that's my official prediction. Let me know your official prediction in the comment section below. I've been your boy Jimmy. This has been GTS Combat. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Till next time.